Welcome to Enticing. I have Tripti Somani with me.
Hi, and I have Simmi Puri with me.
Tripti is the founder of Womennovator. The interesting thing is, and I'm the founder of
CISO Cyber Security.
Yeah, we've been together for almost a decade. The interesting thing is that we started our journey in 2014 together. So Tripti, what inspired you to look at women as your...
You're right. We started in 2014, but it was normally what happens in the media industry and ecosystem is that somebody who has done something good and have some pockets can get great publicity, great media. However, my thought was people who are really working hard on the ground, Simi, and I really feel that people sometimes who are working really hard, they just get involved in just working. They don't realize that the work they are doing needs to be heard and seen by many more. And specifically when somebody is doing good, they feel because I'm doing good, Bhagwan apne aap mujhe sahi jagah pahuncha dega. But I realize over my journey that, when you're doing something good, you need more and more people talking about you, joining your movement. So Womennovator, we started like a Facebook page where we used to, bring in new faces from small places, from different, I still remember.
And that's why we call them faces, right?
Yeah,
because
faces.
It's, okay, yeah.
Yes, I remember Harini. She is now a very good friend. I reached out to her after doing some research and I interviewed her. She used to do TED Talks in Hyderabad. She used to be the curator. And I reached out to her and she was like, I'm a media person, how come you got to know about me? I don't know you. And that's the whole idea about Womennovator. When I started working in a corporate life, work with PricewaterhouseCoopers, Grant Thornton as an advisor to World Bank, I think my heart and soul was to start something which is available for anyone to be able to connect and be able to, highlight the work of women. But I would like to now pass on to you, Sami, that you also started and left your corporate life and started your own journey. Why don't you share about it?
Okay. Many years of being in the academia and the corporate. I started in 2014 with CISO Cyber Security, an online cybersecurity enabling and capacity building platform. The reason to start in 2014 was very critical. 2013, the government launched the cybersecurity policy. At that time, we had a handful of cybersecurity professionals in India. And the government said we want 500,000 cybersecurity professionals. Just a year after, 2015, the Digital India mission kicked off. And the demand for cybersecurity professionals went up to 1.2 million. Talking about scales like this, building capacity at this level was the only way was digital. And now when we look at digital, district economies, today I feel that every resident, every citizen of India needs to be, cyber aware, needs to be digitally savvy to be able to avail the infrastructure and the services offered safely. So with that idea, we stepped into this thing and we got funded by the Statesman Group. So Statesman Group partnered with us, which helped us in taking this journey to the next level. And it was not just about enablement and skilling, it was also about skilling and building cyber labs, because cybersecurity being a domain which is purely, a hands-on training is very critical. So all that happened. But interestingly, while we did good work and a lot of stuff happened, and we also created an online examination platform called DigiProctor, today being used by many skill assessment bodies as well as academia and corporates, got awarded by the Ministry of Skill Development for the product. But the heart was in social sector. 2018, I ventured into Shiksha Lokam, being, Shibulal's foundation for enablement of the education ecosystem, K-12 education. And that's when we met.
Yes,
2018.
I remember.
Yeah.
So true. I think somehow we all have seen that, and both of us, one thing is common, that we are very inclined towards social initiative. And I think that's where when you... among the top performer in a corporate, and then you leave and you start concentrating your energy in community. So I think Womennovator today, I define it by 3 words: community, capacity building, and collaboration. Something wherein we are going on we are traveling to small districts, small state, and we bringing a community together of women, making them come on stage and speak, whether they are working at home, your home, or they are working at your home, or they're doing any work, they're semi-urban, urban. The thing is, women need a platform where they can come and speak. They can actually be told that they are full of, like I keep telling everyone, जैसे हनुमान जी के पास इतनी पावर थी, फिर भी उनको कोई लगा था जो बताए कि यार you have that thing in it. I think हमारे सारे लोग जो whoever will watch this, I would say that Simmi, हर जने को वो बताना पड़ता है, and specifically in female we realize that they need that kind of someone who can tell you have that thing in you, and then they fly so high. So I think Womennovator, which is a global incubator for women, has been created and conceptualized in such a way that कोई भी महिला, कोई भी फीमेल जिसको अपनी लाइफ में सोशल एक्टिविस्ट बनना है, लीडर बनना है, एम्प्लॉय बनना है, या फिर अपना होमप्रेन्योर बनना है, मदर है, डोंट नो, बच्चा बड़ा हो गया है, अब क्या काम करे, अगर वो कोई भी थॉट है, कुछ भी राह दिखानी है, तो Womennovator has become one platform where they can come, they can create community, they can live and they can enjoy friend circle, they have someone they can share their heart with, and then mold themselves to something which can be respected. मेरे को लगता है कि रिस्पेक्ट एक ऐसी चीज है, सिमी, हम सब भागते हैं, but it cannot be demanded. It happens when you do and use your time wisely.
So I would second this. Tripti को भी बताना पड़ा था 2 साल पहले कि Tripti, you're doing some great work, and now this has to reach masses. It doesn't have to restrict to India. It has to go outside India.
Right.
And उस पे we partnered again. 2021 में I built the platform with her. We designed it. It was a women community portal. आज किसी भी जगह से कोई भी women कहीं से भी globally, चाहे आप श्रीलंका लीजिए, बांग्लादेश लीजिए, अफ्रीका लीजिए, हमारी कम्युनिटी को ज्वाइन कर सकती है, हमारी कम्युनिटी उसको सपोर्ट करती है. So women empowerment comes through this whole network of a supportive system.
Yes.
Backed by mentors, backed by our partners, backed by a community. But Tripti, what is it that the community excites you about? I mean, what is it when you do something like Amazon happened? What was the feeling that you got? Did you feel great that 200 women were like given a
platform?
Yeah,
I think 8th March, I don't know if how many of you saw Economics Times, and it flashed in the morning and my husband showed it to me, was Amazon partnered with Womennovator. I mean, Amazon is huge, and it was a pleasure to read that news in such a way. I mean, anyone coming from media or anyone would value how important that news would be when it said Amazon has partnered with Womennovator for building and taking 200 women go global, Simmi.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would give the credit to you and every leader who has been associated with us, because the thing was, we started with something with a very small community. It multiplied, it showed a ripple effect.
Yeah.
And that ripple effect was created because of our leaders who could understand our vision, who could follow a similar vision of empowering and supporting and capacity building local women which are present around them. So we have a concept of you be a leader, but you cannot be a leader unless you bring in 100 more women with you, whom you will be supporting. So if we are investing our time in you, you in turn are investing your time in 100 more. And that's where a leader of Womennovator get built or created.
Yeah,
they're pushed so hard.
Absolutely. I feel any product you work with, as long when you want to take it to the masses. When I look at education product, when we took it to the masses, it was leader enablement that we did. When I look at a health tech product, which we worked on, we enabled the ASHA workers in every district. So agency has to be given to the local person. When I look at Womennovator, we actually gave agency or power to the local influencer, what we call the catalyst. They bring in more community. They know the context of the problems. So those are things, where I felt when we joined hands, I felt Womennovator was reaching out to women. In fact, yesterday I was having a conversation with a serial entrepreneur, and I said, what initiated you to look at Womennovator? And he said, I've done so much work in e-commerce, fintech, but women as a target audience is truly exciting. It's half of the population of the world. So, that is where I felt that what we are doing here at Womennovator is making a difference in the life of many and nudging them. Skills they have.
Yeah.
It's the opportunity.
Skills they have idea, and somehow I would say women के पास सबसे जादू की छड़ी है, उसका टाइम है, उसकी क्रिएटिविटी. चाहे आप घर पे बैठे हुए एक केक बना रहे हो जो इनोवेट कर रहे हो, उसको IPR पेटेंट करवा सकते हो, उसका आइडियाज जो आप क्रिएट करते हो वो कब आते हैं? न्यूटन बैठा हुआ है, एप्पल गिरा, टाइम था उसके पास, क्रिएटिविटी के लिए टाइम था. आज आई थिंक वुमेनोवेटर इज ऑल अबाउट यूजिंग, एंड आई डिमांड, आई फील कि हर किसी को, हम लोगों को हमारे टाइम को वाइजली यूज करना है, क्योंकि अगर हमें कंट्री की, किसी भी कंट्री की GDP बढ़ानी है, अगर वुमेन ही हमारी उस कंट्री की GDP को विद एग्जिस्टिंग पॉपुलेशन बढ़ा सकती है. सिमी, आई थिंक व्हाट वी हैव क्रिएटेड हैज बिकम अ बिग time solution for big brands. Today there are brands, big brands, who are not able to reach to tier 2, tier 3 cities. Now I think Womennovator has become a solution where women who have time, who have limited time, can actually use, and they can become the brand ambassadors of those brands, and they have this thing, because we are building a community, we are supporting them, incubating them, accelerating them, taking to global market. I saw somebody that they listen when we are giving them suggestion, and today there are so many brands who are coming forward and they want to really take their products, their ideas to ground level. And that's where I think our women will be advantage, will give a advantage to the brand, and also get the advantage because they can become their distributors.
So, I always feel that women face challenges. What Tripti is saying is empowering women in districts and all. Today, entire economies are moving to districts. Education is moving to district. Health is moving to district. So everybody has to now look at India too, which is residing in the districts or suburban and rural areas. But having said that, जिस तरह हमें problems आई हैं, हर एक की challenges आते हैं. I was very fortunate. My co-founders were very, very receptive, very excited about my work. But the promoters were not, because you are a woman sitting on a board of directors. There are sometimes issues by people who are coming and investing in you. But women are natural entrepreneurs. हमें ये multitasking तो शुरू से है. हमें empathy शुरू से है. हमें team building तो आती है. What do you need? You actually need people management, you need team management, and you need empathy so that your team remains together and works together. Because it's a journey. It's not just an organization.
I think empathy, like you said, has been a key game changer for women. And today, if you see what will be the future, Simmi, what will be the future jobs? Not a HR, but chief happiness officer. Because like you said, in a personal relationship, founder was not in line, but co-founders were. You need somebody who can be a balance between both. Both are thinking in the right direction. They feel they're right. Now, for example, I'm a founder of a company and there is an employee. He's right. I am right, but then we need someone in between who keeps both of us happy and still create a balance. So I think we all have to understand that now the empathy, the multitasking skill set, managing, हमारे इंडिया में एक बड़ा लिमिटेशन हमने ये देखा कि जहां पर 10 लोग काम करने, एक काम करना है, वहां 10 लोग काम कर रहे हैं because of the limited opportunities and all. But now with the new technology, something like ChatGPT was disrupt the whole ecosystem completely. I think now we have to be doing quality work. हमें justify करना पड़ेगा कि अगर हम 1 घंटा किसी को charge कर रहे हैं, किसी से payment ले रहे हैं, तो वो worth it है. वो ChatGPT ना कर पाए. राइट अगर हम सोशल मीडिया या वीडियो का कंटेंट बनाने के लिए किसी को पैसा दे रहे हैं, अगर वो चैट जीपीटी 2 मिनट में बना पा रहा है, तो क्या हम थिंकिंग वाला so I think it become very, very important that we will need more and more resources now at one places who are thinking. Like I'm coming back to creativity substance, which will play a very, आज हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को क्रिएटिव सोल्यूशन चाहिए. मेरे 300 एम्प्लॉयज हैं आज. आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट रनिंग एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद more than so many chartered accountant and future CAs. For me, the CA, when it comes to CAs, they are supposed to be very boring. They can only talk about subject matter. So we need someone who can engage, can create. 3 साल लोगों को पता ही नहीं होता कि वो एक सेम फॉर्म में काम कर रहे थे, क्योंकि रात दिन काम कर रहे हैं, they couldn't get. So we need solutions which females are very good at. मतलब imagine the connectivity, the relationship making in an organization has become such a difficult task.
Yes. I also feel learning. आज की डेट में आपको हमेशा सीखना है, कंटिन्यूसली सीखना है. the way things are moving. Women have been doing that for a while. They don't have the complacency factor which men have. कि ये तो मतलब given है. So if I look at all the women we have engaged with, मतलब कोई Insta सीख रहा है, कोई कुछ सीख रहा है. The learning part has to be very important. I mean, I can just take it from my personal instance. Not an engineering graduate, sat with the product team, and the entire learning. The reason I've been able to build products is because I literally, as a co-founder, sat with the product team through multiple sprints. It was purely a learning exercise. Developers क्या बोलते हैं, क्या भाषा बोलते हैं. How do you communicate with that team which is going to build the product and which is, which will take to the masses? So learning is, I think, most important according to me. You've got to keep learning. Comfort level से बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा. वही हम करते हैं. Even Women Innovator में आप comfortable हो, but थोड़े से comfort level से बाहर निकलो. That has to come. That nudge has to be given.
So true. I think for me, if I share from my personal experience, what has mattered is consistency. I have come across so many women organizations. Still, they work with us. Why? Because the consistency and the new technology which we inbuilt. Today, there are organizations, really old, 25, 35 years old women organization. वो भी हमारे साथ इसलिए build करके या काम करती है, या जो leader है जिसके already 25,000 women community है, वो हमारे साथ क्यों काम कर रहा है आज? वो इसलिए काम करता है क्योंकि हम एक कोलैबोरेशन के थ्रू स्ट्रॉन्ग पार्टनरशिप लेकर आते हैं जिसका बेनिफिट कम्युनिटी को मिल जाता है. रिकग्निशंस आज हमने ऑलमोस्ट पहले 100 वुमेन फेसेस किया, फिर 1000 वुमेन फेसेस किया. सिमी, नाउ वी आर ऑन अ मिशन ऑफ 10,000 फेलोशिप प्रोग्राम फॉर वुमेन. मींस हम लोग जो ऑलरेडी रिकग्नाइज्ड है उनको गिवर की तरह ट्रीट करते हैं, उनको हम लीडर कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग करते हैं. हम बोलते हैं कि एक नहीं 100 को सपोर्ट करो. इन रिटर्न जो नए फेसेस हैं उनको लेकर आते हैं, उनको पिचिंग सिखाते हैं, हाउ टू गो इन मार्केट एंड टॉक, हाउ टू क्रिएट योर कंटेंट, व्हाट यू हैव टू स्पीक. लीडर्स को हम बताते हैं कौन सी स्कीम्स कम्युनिटी को आप दिला सकते हो. सो राइट इंफॉर्मेशन इन द राइट फॉर्मेट इज प्रोवाइडेड टू देम, जिसकी वजह से उनको जब वो बोलते भी हैं तो उनके पास राइट कंटेंट होता है विच गिव्स अ लॉट ऑफ पावर. व्हेन 100 लोग बैठे हुए और आप राइट इंफॉर्मेशन, राइट ग्रांट की बात कर सकते हो, गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट्स की बात कर सकते हो, सब्सिडरीज की बात कर सकते हो, फेलोशिप्स की बात कर सकते हो जो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट अवेलेबल है. So I think, Simi, coming back, I think consistency has been a big favor. I would say that has been my success story. That whatever I picked, I've been consistent, slow, but have always tried to reach to the end point. I still remember, and you were part of that 1000 production.
Yeah,
7 days we were on the shoot, bringing in the best of the world people, speaking. 1000 लोगों को award. In COVID, we have sent trophies from Kanyakumari to Jammu Kashmir in hand during COVID. I think, getting such thing concluded and being consistent and still come out and say 10,000.
Yeah.
It's not easy. So, yeah. I think I would love to hear from you more about what has been your personal
So my stint now
challenges.
is social sector. I've done a lot of work in tech spaces, built products, and been successful entrepreneur. 2021 moved out from my comfort space, pretty much exited, and after that been with the corporate and the social sector. So today when I look at social sector, why it excites me, it's the numbers. When you're servicing a private corporate thing, it's all about your own revenues, your own money, how big you're going. This is my valuation. It just gives you a high. But when you actually realize the bigger problems, if a country, if you're looking at education or health, these are domains where human aspect, personal elements are important, yet digital is very important because they can't be hospitals, they can't be educational institutes in the remote corners of India, but they can be digital enablement, the digital infrastructures which the government is bringing in, the digital services which the government is bringing in, the digital literacy which we need to empower. All that, what are we doing in Women Innovator also? We are giving them digital literacy to ride onto those platforms, to come online with us so that they get connected to the network which we are bringing on the table.
So I think, Simmi, you and I have agreed on one thing for sure, that it's not just you and me contributing our time. It has to be the whole country contributing the time. I believe that we are at the place where all of us have realized during COVID, आप कितने भी rich थे, कितना भी पैसा था, लेकिन अगर हॉस्पिटल में बेड चाहिए था तो कम्युनिटी का जो बंदा था उससे टच में थे तो सिलेंडर और बेड मिल पा रहा था, कोई चांसेस थे. यू वर कॉलिंग दोज पीपल हु वर इन द कम्युनिटी, रनिंग एंड हेल्पिंग पीपल on ground. So ये तो हमको समझ में आ गया कि community has become the key, whether for business, whether for social, or whether for any kind of brand building. I think what is more important now has become that everyone listening or everyone part, we have to understand the time contributed has to come from everyone. At least I remember हम women की जब बात करते हैं, पहले हमारे 10 बच्चे होते थे, 8 बच्चे होते थे, 5 बच्चे होते थे, अब 2 है, 3 है, 1 ही है. Means after they have grown, you have a lot of time and you have amazing skill set which you can contribute. आप सिर्फ एक बच्चे को IV क्यों पहुंचाते हो, आप 10 को क्यों नहीं पहुंचाते, आप एक महिला जो आपके घर पे काम करती है उसको क्यों सपोर्ट करते हो, आप 15 और को क्यों नहीं सपोर्ट कर सकते. सिम्मी, द थिंग इज पैसे से कुछ सोल्यूशन नहीं हो सकते. पैसा आपको इनेबल कर सकता है, लेकिन स्किल सेट कंट्रीब्यूशन हैज बिकम अ की फॉर अ कंट्री राइट नाउ. वी आर इवॉल्विंग सो फास्ट दैट एवरीवन हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ स्किल सेट एज वेल. राइट Simi? What do you say?
So yeah, exactly. And I think one of the reasons I do resonate with what Tripti says is that the women labor force going down.
Yes.
Women in technology going down. I mean, if we don't do something about it, then who does?
In fact, remember, Simmi, we started this initiative, female labor force participation ratio. हमें सुनने में आ रहा है कि यार बच्चियां पढ़ रही है, बेटी पढ़ाओ, बेटी खिलाओ, ठीक है, लेकिन बेटी पढ़ के क्या काम पे जा रही है? आज आप नंबर्स देखोगे, हमारी बेटियां जो पढ़ रही है उसका तो हायर एजुकेशन में टॉप में आ रही है, बढ़ गया है, लेकिन वर्कफोर्स में बच्ची पहुंची नहीं रही. क्या हुआ? What happened? Means colleges have to start tracking. हमारा जो recent campaign है जो उसमें हमने डेवलप किया है फीमेल पार्टिसिपेशन रेशियो का, उसमें हम कॉलेजेस को बोल रहे हैं आओ प्लेज करो कि आप ये ट्रैक करोगे कि बच्ची पढ़ने के बाद काम पे जा रही है कि नहीं जा रही है, और नहीं जा रही है तो कंसल्टेंसी करो, उसे काउंसलिंग करो, उसके माँ बाप की काउंसलिंग करो, उसके हस्बैंड की काउंसलिंग करो कि क्यों तुम्हारे लिए ही एडवांटेजेस है. आज सबसे ज्यादा परेशान हस्बैंड ही तो रहता है बीवी से. सॉरी, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग, जब वो बच्चे से फ्री हो जाते हैं आगे चल के, लाइक मेरी बीवी फ्री है, कुछ काम, यू नो, दे आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि दे आर द कॉज फॉर इट. The time when they could have gone back to work or contributing 2 घंटे, 15 मिनट, आधा घंटा कुछ काम है जिससे उनका कॉन्फिडेंस बना रहता है.
मुझे लगता है ये नैरेटिव woman has to change.
Woman has to change.
He has to change the narrative.
Nobody can change.
Nobody else can change.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, Tripti, before we kind of wrap up, I would say that you took your idea to reality. I took my idea to reality. I think our job is to now make sure that every woman who has an idea, she should have the support system to take it to reality.
And we are there. I think Womennovator is all set to help all the people who are having ideas. At least if you don't have ideas, then we also have so many ideas which we can pass on. So if you have idea, please take it. This is the right time to act and be consistent and bring it to reality. And if you don't have ideas, we have so many women who have so many ideas and who are looking for co-founders. Today you both can come together, you can come meet such people who have ideas, don't have resources, you can complement, become co-founder, do something together. The whole idea is we all want, both of us want you to come out.
Yeah.
Out, get up, let's go. Let's go and create a change we want to see in our kids that has to come from you.
Let's create a better world for women.
Yes.